Hello, everyone. I'm Erica.
And I'm Akilah.
Welcome to HeartsChat.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of HeartsChat. So we're going to start with our check-in because every episode we want to, check in and see how each other are doing. And also make the point that it's so important to check in with each other and check in with yourself. So, and I also love checking in and to see what you've been up to, Akilah.
That's so true. That's so true.
Yes. So what you got going on?
For me, I think right now it's kind of the strange feeling of not planning or helping to plan something. Because I think for the past few years now, I've been helping plan friends' weddings or organizing bridal showers and all this stuff. But for the first time in probably a while, even though it's just the beginning of the year.
I know. It's probably off for you. Not even having to think okay, next month I got to start planning this,
Exactly. It's just a breather of I don't have plans for next month. This is great.
It's so crazy because it's becoming part of your identity.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know. So, it really has. So it's kind of sometimes I'm do I need a plan? No, I take those breaks now. I just let me breathe while I can. Because I know there's going to be something coming up. There always is. It's just enjoying the peace while I have it.
Well, that's nice. Definitely.
Thank you.
Because you have so many friends, so it's only a matter of time.
2019, cut them out. No, let me stop.
Yeah.
Let me stop. Erica, how are you doing, Erica?
I'm good. So I have two things. So, I really enjoy the little things in life.
Yes.
And so I went to meet my friend one day and I, we usually do breakfast. That's kind of been our thing. We talk about, we're going to get our nails done. We're going to do this. We usually end up having breakfast somewhere. But this time we went and got a smoothie at this place about 15 minutes from me. And I got this avocado shake, and oh my gosh. Because, first of all, I love milkshakes. And being vegan, I don't have milkshakes. And so when I saw the word shake, I was like, this is probably good. Because, it's going to have that creamy consistency.
Yes.
When I tell you, I am considering waking up 30 minutes early every day just to get one in the morning. That's how good it was.
Really?
Oh my gosh. So there's another smoothie place near my job that I can walk to, if I have a break or on my lunch or something. And so I went there and I ordered something similar. I substituted some things and I was like, okay, let's see what this is going to taste. It was nothing compared to the other one. I was like, no, this isn't it.
Isn't it.
Yeah, and it felt so good. I'm considering, maybe once a week I might wake up in the morning. Because this smoothie was so good, it'll make you want to wake up and okay, let me hurry up and get dressed so I can hurry up and get that smoothie real quick.
Right before work.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's not necessarily on my route. If I go that way, I could go that way, and have to turn and stop there. And it's not a drive-thru. I have to park and get out and everything, but it's so good. But it just got me thinking about, because it's healthy. It's a healthy smoothie. Thing. And I have my doctor's appointment coming up that I was telling you I want to stay on top of my health and everything. So looking forward to that. And maybe I might make that a priority to stay on top of my health and everything and get that smoothie. Or I can get the ingredients too because it has.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, that's my little check-in. Just the little things.
Oh, that sounds delicious. First of all, now you got me over here I'm about to take that 4.5 hour, 5-hour trip.
Yeah. When you come back, it's at the Mosaic, that area we went to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Of course it's over there. So
of course, yeah.
When you come back, we'll go.
Oh, yeah, I will write that down because I really want to try that.
Definitely. All right, well. Today, we are talking about what I wish my therapist would tell me. And so, being on the side of, being the therapist, there's times when you might hear something, of course, and you think something, but you want to say something, but you don't. And it's not you're just not, but there are legit valid reasons for why. We don't tell you certain things maybe you want us to, or, wonder like, why didn't you say something about that? Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
So we picked a few, just a few statements of I wish my therapist would.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get into it.
All right. So the first one is, I wish my therapist would take my side and tell me they agree with me.
Yes, especially when you're working with family or a couple.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And as a human, you're human, and we have situation experiences, and maybe you're like, man, if that was me, I would do this or I would do that. Or, you have family, you have friends, so you can kind of think about those experiences. But
Yes.
it's not therapeutic to agree, because it's helping you be able to work out your situation. This is your situation. This is you. So every situation, every person that walks in the room, you're unique, because we're all different. We all think things differently. We handle things differently.
Yes.
So that's why. And we can't take a side, especially with families, because
especially with families now.
You take a side and you make it known, the other person's probably not going to come back. Or you won't have that therapeutic relationship with them, or they won't trust you, and you are helping the both of them. So in order to help you, that the word that wants me to take their side, we can't do that.
I agree 100% with you, Erica. Everything you said, and one thing you did point out is talking about the therapeutic relationship, because that more often than not, just like with working, I try not to take sides. When it comes to a situation where I've established a relationship, I know how that person works, and they've already kind of made progress and making this kind of decisions for themselves rather than me telling them what to do. Mm-hmm. There may be times where I'm like, do you really think that was a good idea?
Yeah.
Kind of thing, because this is something we've already talked about. Like, this isn't a thing that you come into my office, like you come into the office and it's like, oh yeah, no, this, that, yep. No. It's just listening and then like processing and hearing. Mm-hmm. That's really the job. And then helping you guys kind of like learn how to process and problem solve yourself before we even try to interject anything that we would say.
Right, because our opinion could be coming from so many different places, and it could be completely off. It could be our own biases, our own experiences. So you have to be mindful of that. And it's best that we not be in it.
Yep.
We don't need to
be
in the middle and be in the relationship, like in that relationship, So it wouldn't be helpful. Just wouldn't.
No. Nope, I agree. So our next one is, I wish my therapist would comment or angry instead of sitting in silence.
Yeah. As we sit in silence. Yeah, I mean. Yeah. The times when I've done that, if somebody's angry about whatever, they could be angry at you, they could be angry at the grandma, whoever. You find, I find that when they just go and they start talking and you don't say anything, they just keep talking. They keep talking and, you get somewhere. They need to get it out. And it also helps you to get, some information about what they're feeling, what they're going through. There's no point to I'm not going to interrupt you expressing yourself and getting your feelings out. That's part of the process.
Exactly. And even us seeing that can help put in strategies and techniques to help manage if it's getting like to a point where it's like kind of out of control. Mm-hmm. Anger, like I like to see it in the room, so then it's easier to kind of be like, oh, okay, let's try this, let's try that. So I usually just don't stop people, I just let them go.
Yeah, and it's also helpful because you can take that situation and use it and go back, and you can say, what happened, or let's talk about that. Or, you did this, you can kind of time it and see for that long, then you start to calm down. What were you thinking? Or like what helped, or things like that. eventually you can start to interject and say things, but it definitely can give you information so that you can help that person better.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I agree with that completely. Okay. So our next one is, I wish my therapist would tell me what I should do about my situation.
Yes. And that's so easy. You come here for help. Help me. What do I do? Tell me what I need to do. It's more, and some therapists might, people might do that, but I think it's more helpful to help you figure out,
Yes.
So then it's not just you're dependent on me, but that I always say therapy does not last forever, so that when you're done, you have, when you're done, you have the tools, you have the skills that if this situation pops up again or anything pops up, I know how to handle it. It doesn't do you any good for us to sit there and tell you what you need to do.
What to do. Exactly. No, and Erica, you bring up such a great point but it's also kind of, I feel like, not as well known point, because we have clients who come in our room who say, well, I never got skills for this. Like, we just talked. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean you just talked? Like, if anybody ever walked in my door, the first thing I say to them is, my job is to work myself out of a job. Mm-hmm. My job is to help you get to a point where you don't necessarily need me. Hey, come back for maintenance. We can chat, like all that good stuff.
Right.
But the goal is not for you to be able to depend on me. The goal is for you to be able to have the skills necessary to work through your problems in a healthy way.
Yeah. And a lot goes into that too. Making sure you keep your appointments.
Yes.
Making sure that you're present in the appointments, that you're doing what is asked of you outside of your appointments.
Yes.
And that the key players and the participants that are working with you, that they come and show up too and can kind of do what they need to do outside. So a lot, goes into that.
Yes. Us therapists, we don't have that magic wand that I feel like a lot of people think we have to fix and make everything better. Because at the end of the day, you will probably most people will probably see their therapist once or twice, once a week or bi-weekly for an hour. And like, how many hours are spent out of that therapy room?
Right.
Like, all the effort has to be put out of the room, kind of like at home, doing all the exercises, doing all that stuff, because at the end of the day, it doesn't work.
Right. Exactly. But there are times when I'm sure someone's walked in the room and you're like, okay, I know what you should do about that.
Oh, yeah.
Easy. But again, it's not going to do you any good if we just
tell you.
Yeah.
Like, exactly. No, that's, I think, Erica, you said it spot on. It's really, we're just trying to help you be, I guess, not dependent on us, really, because we're not going to be there forever.
Exactly.
All right. So our next one is, I wish my therapist would tell my family or significant other how I feel.
Oh my gosh. That's a big one. You come in there.
That is a big one.
You come, you share such sensitive and vulnerable things, you can talk about it there. But then, like, we've all had that time where, like, you want to tell somebody something, but you're scared or you don't know how to say it. So it's better if someone else says it for you, or, you don't really know. So what better person, the person that you've been talking to about the situation all this time, that they can just do it because they know your situation. You've explained it to them. They get it,
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be able to communicate with them.
Yes. Yes.
So that's why. That's as simple as that. We could tell them the situation, have you take it from there, but you have to be the one to have that conversation, to communicate with them, because it's your relationship and it's going to mean so much more coming from you.
Yes.
And I think you would hopefully feel proud of yourself if this is something you were struggling with and now you were able to actually do it. Whether the outcome was good or bad, you did it.
Exactly. And I think that this kind of ties into what we were talking about with the last statement. It's kind of like, we're not always going to be there. And if you learn how to do it this time, you can do it for every other issue that comes up within your relationship. So, I mean, yeah, Erica, you're absolutely right it needs to come from you. We could be there as support, but at the end of the day, we're really going to look at you to say something.
Right. And you have way more power than we do.
Yep.
So.
You know what? This question reminds me when I was younger and like I wanted to go like have a friend over or have like sleep over at their house. I'd say, "Oh, you go ask my mom."
Yep.
My mom my mom likes you better. Like
exactly.
She'll never say no to you. When in reality, my mom didn't care and would say no to everybody. So,
right.
So it's really always better to kind of handle our own stuff.
Yeah, that's a good example.
So then our last statement we come across is, I wish my therapist would tell my family or friends that they need to come to therapy with me.
Yep.
Yeah.
We hear this one a lot because, like we said, as marriage and family therapists, we work with families.
And yeah.
Sometimes you'll have one person that shows up and the other person doesn't, or one person shows up most of the time, the other person shows up some of the time. Or you're like, "Oh, where's so-and-so? Oh, they didn't come." Can you call and let them know they need to be here, that this is important,
Yep.
And again, we don't have that much power. You have way more power than we do to get them there.
Yes.
We send our appointment reminders out. You both get the appointment reminders, things like that. But, we can certainly have a conversation together with everyone about, these are our goals. How are we going to get there? Well, we need everyone to show up to get there. We can kind of have that conversation for everybody, but we can't.
Yes.
It just wouldn't be the best. It wouldn't be in your best interest for us to kind of call them out and tell them that they need to be here.
They need to be there. Yeah. I think the only ever time that I may do that, the only time is if there's a situation with a child.
Yes.
That is like the only time where I'm trying to get a parent in, or if there's a situation of separation or divorce with the parent. That's the only time I'm calling like a parent up to like say, this is going to be really important for their progress and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Other than that, we all have to kind of be on the same page and getting you as an adult mostly adults, to talk to your family, to getting them to hear the importance of them being there in your voice. Because that also tells you something if they're not going to be there.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, it may not feel good, but it also tells you kind of how committed they are to wanting to make things work or wanting to move forward.
And I've had that with teens.
Okay.
Had that, and I've had to say, well, because to me, okay, you're a teenager, but you're still a kid. You're still a child. Your parents are bringing. So I've had those conversations with some parents about, for their progress, in order to do this, we need you to be a part of it. I need you to be here. So like that. And once you've had that conversation and they aren't coming, I've even had that with small kindergartners with the parenting situation. And the one parent comes and I'm like, we need, the issue is because both of you, this situation. So you need to be here, and after a while with the inconsistency, you got to say, you know what? It's actually doing more harm to keep trying to get this person to come, but they're not going to come. So it's like,
exactly.
Hey, this is what we got. This is who's here. This is what we got to work with. So we're going to move on from there because that's their life at home anyway.
Yes.
So we're just going to work what we got and move on and move from there and make our progress, because we don't want to slow down the progress waiting on someone who doesn't want to participate.
Exactly.
That's just, in those cases, it really has been a reflection of what's going on. They didn't participate in the therapy room. They weren't participating outside of that either.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree. That's so true. I think either way, it kind of shows you what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. So all in all, these questions, I wish my therapist would. Most of the time, with these situations, all of them were, us keeping the client and the family's, best interests by,
Yes.
helping you to do the work or try not to put you in a compromising situation. So,
Yes.
and protecting our therapeutic relationship so that you can, get the most benefit out of therapy that you possibly can. So that's pretty much the point. Not that, we just don't want to do it or, we're weird or something, or we're like, oh, I don't know. It's all a part of the process. There's a reason for it.
Yes. Absolutely. There's a reason for everything we do.
Exactly. And we'll say that if you're working with someone that's good, I would say, because I know I've heard some stories.
Yes.
And I'm like, what? And sometimes you hear stories, it makes me so mad because
Right.
there's such a stigma already for mental health. So come on, like, what are you doing? But again, that's why I always say when you meet with somebody and you feel like it's not a good fit for you or there's something off or whatever, find somebody else. And
find somebody else.
That's with anything.
Yes.
If your kid is in school and they have a teacher and it's not going well, you can switch their class to, some schools, most time you can get a new teacher. But with anything, you see your doctor, you don't have a good feeling, you don't have a good vibe, you feel uncomfortable, you get a new doctor. So
exactly, you don't stop going to the doctor.
Right. Don't be afraid to get a new therapist.
Yes, exactly. All right.
Okay. Well, we hope that this was helpful and gives you some more insight to the therapeutic process and some of these things. So, if you have any other questions, you can always contact us on all of our social networks, our social media, and we will catch you next time.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to HeartsChat today, where we speak from the heart. We hope that you enjoyed our show. Catch us every Sunday and Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel and on our website, which is HeartsChatRadioshow.com. Be sure to follow us on our social media pages at HeartsChat Radio on Instagram and at HeartsChat on Twitter, Facebook, and Periscope.
We love to hear from you. If you have any comments or questions or topics that you want to hear about, you can email us at HeartsChat@HeartsChatRadioshow.com. And for all of your personal relationship questions, please visit my blog from ericasheart.com. Thank you for listening to HeartsChat, where we speak from the heart.